Hey, how's everyone doing out there today? Hope everyone's doing good. So I'm excited about this new accessory I just picked up from Acura. It's in a huge box. If you guys know these cars, you probably know what's in this box, but I'm really excited about this. This was probably the mod I was looking forward to the most because it really does change the look of the car. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and I'll show you guys what I just picked up. So here they are, guys. These are the accessory side skirt pieces. They incorporate this gloss black inside, and they do hang down a little bit lower as well. Really excited about this one. Like I said, I've seen people with them, and it gives it a lower appearance and also a wider appearance. Makes the back end look even wider, just the way it flares out compared to the stock one. Very nice. Of course, it's OEM, so it's perfect quality. Perfect paint job on it. You just order them in your color code. I'm excited about this. And the install is really easy. So don't be overwhelmed. If you guys never worked on your car, it's really easy to do. I'll share with you the tips you need to know. But pretty much all it is clips and push pins. That's all it is. Nothing difficult. There's one tricky part about it, and I'll share with you. But like I said, anybody can do this. I'm not going to jack the car up at all. Basic hand tools. That's all you need. Okay? And if you get stumped, comment below. I'll get back to you. I'll help you guys out. So here's the factory ones. Like I said, they turn in a little bit, so they never look that aggressive. And these new ones will give it that more wider appearance. So the first thing you need to do is take out these two screws here. Okay? Very easy to do. You don't have to take the wheel off. All you need to do, I took those out, is get a small screwdriver. Okay, so you're going to take those two in the front and then the back one. There's one right here. Sorry, it's a little dirty in here, but there's one right there. I use this little stubby screwdriver. Okay, so I took that one off right here. And you see these? You're going to take these off as well. Okay, so now, if you look in here, all those little push pins you have to take out. Very easy. Use a little, you can use a tiny little flathead screwdriver will work. You just pop the middle and then take them out. And then I realized you don't have to remove the front one because it's made onto the new skirt too. So you can leave that one in place. Okay, so I removed all the clips here with this little clip tool. Here's what they look like. Save them because you need to reuse them. And then you have the screws there. Okay. So now this is the trickiest part because there's got to be a clip in the back, but I'll show you here. So here's the screws. Save those, the two screws you have there, and the ones on the back, and then the clips on the bottom. Okay. Now there's a clip inside here that you have to pry this back a little bit. Let's see if I can show you. You're going to use one of these. It's the hardest part of this whole install. I reached out for help to learn how to do this, but there's a clip right in here. Okay. So you need to disengage that by using the tool and popping out. Okay. Now you could probably use your fingers and pull on this, but you might break the side skirt. So you just want to get a tool behind there. And then what you do, it slides back. This whole side skirt slides back to the rear tire. So let me go ahead and show you. Okay, so I took it off and I'll show you what I'm talking about so you get a good idea. So there's the hole where the clip goes. And the clip goes right there. So that's what you're prying off. You're going like this inside and then popping back as much as you can. Kind of like that. It's hard because the tire's in the way, but you can do it. You just pry it back to pull that out. And then the reason you slide it back, the whole side skirt, is because the way these clips are made. If you see right here, you take this off, you're going to reuse that. Okay? If you break it, you can get a new one, but that's how it fits in there. So you're prying this back so it pops off. And then the reason you have to slide it back, because if you look at these clips, they're all open-ended. Okay, so see all these under here? You take all those off. Okay, right here. All those along the side, you take them all off. And that's why when you slide it back, it keeps those in place. If you try to pull straight out, it'll break. It'll break the plastic where these are attached to. You see how they're open-ended? So by sliding back, it pulls the skirt off of the clip. Then all you have to do is you turn these a little quarter turn, and they just slide right out like that. Okay? Don't try to pull them straight out. So you set those aside, turn it quarter turn, pull them out. Really easy. Like I said, just get them all. Like I said, once you do one side, it's really easy. It's not hard at all. The hardest part is popping that clip on the rear, because you sound like it feels like you're going to break it, because you have to put quite a bit of pressure to release it, because it's a compression fitting. That's the hardest thing right there, that thing. But once you pop that off, it's really basic. You just pull it back and the whole thing falls off. Okay? Then you got to take all this hardware and convert it to the new one. Okay, so I'll show you here. So this is the new one. You see here, the clips are already in place. I put those all back in. They just slide into the little groove. Same way the factory one that you took off has. It's straightforward. It's the easiest thing because it's all OEM. Okay, and here's that clip that gave you some trouble. You pop that back in too. So now the difference with this is you don't have to slide it because the clips are already on. So you're just going to push it all in place. So if you can see the new one compared to the old one, the new one is going to hang down a little bit lower and it kicks out a little bit more. So that's what gives it that more aggressive look. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'll show you here. So the new one here is on the right. See how high it's taller? So it's got to hang down lower. It gives it a more like lower appearance. So I like it. I like how they utilize the gloss black there too. It kind of flares out. But really nice. Like I said, with OEM, it just goes right, like plugs right in. You know, everything goes in, fits in. You don't have to finagle with anything. So here's the clip. Goes to that hole. Okay. That clip and so forth. You know where you took them out from. So you just kind of line it up there and then pop it into place. So here it is installed. Like I said, you just line it up and you push. And you want to run your hand along the whole side and give it some pretty good pressure against the car. So you just got to push in, push in, push in, and you should hear them pop in, those clips, because you kind of remember where they were. You can use this, the one you took off for reference, but you just run your hand and keep popping in here, especially this back one, the one that was hard to take out. You just push that and it pops in. Then you just have to replace all the clips and the screws, just like you took off. Very easy. Replace them, replace the screws. Then you're on to the next slide. So remember, this was already on the new one. So you're gotta have an extra one, because this one clip on the front is already made onto the other one. I don't know why they did that, but that's how they did it. And then you just replace these screws just like you took off and you're good. That's it. Like I said, this is really easy. I was a little intimidated at first, but once I reached out for some help, then you kind of know what to do. That's half the battle. Okay, let me show you exactly. So the screws, you kind of have to finagle this to get these in. It's a little tricky part here, but let me show you here. Okay, so see right here, this one, that one, when you put it in, you kind of have to finagle it because sometimes it gets off-centered just to line the hole up. And then there's the ones I was talking about. They just bolt right in. And then all the clips underneath. Just double check your work, make sure you have all the clips and all the screws in, and you're good. You can see how this one kind of curves in more, where this new one, it kicks way out. Like I said, really nice appearance. Looks way more aggressive. I like it. They are really pricey. It's the only thing I would say. They're expensive, but they look really sharp. Now I'll go ahead and do the other side and I'll show you the final product. So here it is, guys. I think it looks really sharp. Definitely you can see it kick out there. I mean, it kicks out enough where when you open the door to get in, you'll notice, like I've kicked these a couple times because it does add just enough compared to the stock one. But I like how it looks, especially with the front splitter on there. And I don't think I'm going to get the rear though. I do like how the rear has that black already on it to kind of flow with this. I think it looks really nice. I'll show you here. If you see how it kicks out. Kicks out quite a bit. So it's one thing to keep in mind that it will push him out. I don't know exactly how much, but it does kick him out a little bit. But I love the look. I think it looks really sharp. Like I said, it flows with the Type S splitter I put on. Looks really sharp. So if you guys are wanting to do this, I would highly recommend it. Like I said, definitely reach out to me. If you have any questions or comments, I'll definitely get back to you. Like I said, they're not hard at all. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming, but once you know how they work, it's pretty easy. And I think this makes the biggest change to the look of the car. So again, I want to share it with you guys. Hope it helps you guys out. Hope everyone's doing good. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks again, everybody.